Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This one's going to be for The Gambler, the 2014 version. And I say that because apparently this is a reboot from a 1970 or 1980 movie of the same name. So yeah, this movie stars Mark Wahlberg, Jessica Lange, Omar Leyva, Anthony Kelly, Brie Larson, George Kennedy, and Emery Cohen. So yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual for those that have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already. Stop the video, go check it out, and come back here and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that I never gave you a fair warning, because as usual I did. So yeah, on January 1st, I went to the theaters and watched 6 different movies. And yeah, I watched Foxcatcher, The Gambler, The Imitation Game, The Theory of Everything, Wild, and Top 5. So yeah, 6 movies which I'm gonna review. And yeah, this is the second movie I saw. So yeah, Foxcatcher, I already did a review for it. Gonna do the Imitation Game afterwards. So yeah, basically this movie revolves around around Mark Wahlberg's character. And basically he is addicted to gambling, and he has this. And after having gambled a lot of money, he owes a lot of money to different people. At the same time, he is struggling with his job. He is a literature teacher at a college, and yeah, he's basically struggling for money because to pay stuff and pay other people. And yeah, in his he also does have a relationship with one of his students. I guess a sexual relationship, I guess you could say, with one of his students, which is appropriate due to the law, because you can't really do anyone with 18 under 18. But she's in college, so they're dating or whatnot. But it's kind of inappropriate due to the fact, school wise, on the school's behalf it's inappropriate, but on the law's behalf it's appropriate. So yeah, it's kind of weird. He also does have other relationships with some of the other students, like not sexual, like these are like just friend relationships with 2 of his other students, and he's also trying to convince them to go after their dreams. Same thing with Brie Larson's character, who is the one whom he has a dating relationship with. So yeah, basically then after the fact that after having been threatened for his life, he basically tries to avoid Brie Larson's character, but he really can't for several reasons, and he's also trying to protect some of the other students, but at the same time he can't. So basically he's trying to gamble in order to pay back everybody. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest, this movie actually did surprise me. I thought it was gonna be good, but I didn't think it was gonna be great. And in my opinion, it was actually pretty good. The acting all around was great. Mark Wahlberg, haven't really seen him. I mean, yeah, I've seen some of his stuff, but I think up until now, this is probably one of his more serious roles he's taken in a long time, and I think he did a great job. I heard he lost like 60 or 70 pounds to for this role, and that's just incredible. I mean, yeah, and he looks skinny as hell in this movie. So yeah, I mean, overall the acting was pretty good. The writing for the movie was also pretty good. I mean, there were a few odd moments throughout the film where the writing wasn't really up to par, but overall the writing was great in my opinion. And yeah, and overall the aspect of gambling throughout the whole film was interesting. In my opinion, it was interesting they had gambling as a backdrop, I guess you could say, for the whole film. It was interesting, and that's one of my worries for the film. How were they gonna handle that? In my opinion, they handled it perfectly. It's just what I expected. Him losing money, and you can see when he loses money, his expression. He's like, shit. He was like, oh crap, why? So he is pretty incredible as an actor, and I do have to give him props. I think out of everybody here, he was probably the best thing about the movie. I mean, it does have its down parts or whatever. It does have its flaws. Sometimes the writing not being up to par. Predominantly, I have to say. But there were also a few other odd things about it, like such as the people he owed money to. they weren't really threatening, in my opinion. You know, they were they threatened him, granted, and but they really didn't do much. Like they even sometimes they didn't even go through their threats. Like yeah, it was just weird. Like they were threatening and they seemed scary, in my opinion. They you know, he seemed scared and they did seem like they were gonna do something, but at the end they really didn't do anything. Even after he had failed his his the people he owes. So you know the threats were kind of loose ends or whatever. They were kind of hollow, or they just didn't go through. And I'm pretty sure it's like mob bosses or whatever, they would have gone through with their threats. So you know that was kind of a bit of a disappointment. I would have wanted to see, and I really did think that if he didn't do go through, I really did think. I thought that if they would have gone through with their threats, there would have been a bit more action. Which I mean, I'm not saying this has to be an action movie, but I think it would have been fun to see a little bit more action. Because really, the only actions you get are him or just really Mark Wahlberg trying to fight his way out through a building with a bunch of captors, right? Because they also kidnap him. But it's really just him, you know, trying to find a way out, you know. And they have that maybe in 2 or 3 scenes, you know, that he's trying to argue with the captors, you know, saying that, you know, leave me out, let me out, and I'll get your money somehow, some way, right? But I do wish kind of there would have been a bit more action, because you know, they did set up action, but it just didn't go through as well. The threats, same thing, they set it up, but it never went through. So I think that's at the fault of the writers. So yeah, but overall, it's actually a pretty great movie. It did surprise me. I thought it was going to be a good movie, an okay movie, but it turned out to be a great movie. Definitely do check it out. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give this an 8 out of 10. It's a great film. Definitely do check it out. That's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So definitely do stay tuned for that. Besides that, comment down below on your thoughts on the movie. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.